Hello to your comic book readers out there, my comic Frontline here, and welcome everybody to my Duel comic book review. In this review, I've been reviewing two comic books from two different comic companies, one physically and one digitally. The one I have physically that I'll review from DC Comics of Rebirth is the Hellblazer, issue number 12, The Smokeless Fire, Part 6. And digitally, from IDW, Ghostbusters 101, issue number 5. So first things first, I'm going to be reviewing this physically. This did come out this past week, and for those of you who didn't read this comic book yet, I am going to give spoilers, so if you wish to hear spoilers or not, just letting you guys know that I'm going to give spoilers in this comic book. So, without further ado, let's start with this review. So, in the Hellblazer, it starts off where Sam's talking with Dante's friend, who he saw from last issue, about getting to know each other. And then Leon is at the door with the guy that's looking for Henry's journal. And the mysterious person that John Constantine was going to see, actually, is, of course, Dante. And there's some artwork right there. Artwork's pretty good. Like, not as sketchy as was before. It's pretty good. And, you know, just trying to say, you know, who he is and everything. He's just like saying if he brought the book and like saying, you know, just give me the book and then everything will go by, you know, smoothly and everything. And then when Mercury comes into the scene, like, Dante's like getting freaked out, like saying, you know, like, how the hell do you know about all this and everything? And, well, Constantine says that she's a mind reader and how she was born under a waning moon and stuff like that. So, John Constantine's just like making everything like a joke. I mean, because that's who he is. He's John Constantine. And all he's just trying to do is just find out just about the book and to give it to him. And then he's like saying, Mercury, should I trust him? And then he's like saying, sure you can, but you really shouldn't. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You really shouldn't, because that's John Constantine. So as they're trying to make their way away from the people, well, let's just say they stopped them right at their tracks. Where he finally, John Constantine encounters with that guy, and they also have Sam, you know, kidnapped and everything, and then Dante's like saying, you know, you hurt her, and I swear, and all this other stuff that's going on, but the guy actually has a power of his own, which was really something else. So as he's knocked out conscious and everything, he's just like saying, you know, for now, and so no one else gets hurt, you know, all you gotta do is just give me the journal, and, you know, he just has no choice, he like says. He's like saying, you know, just remember, don't make a promise you can't keep. And he just has a plan up his sleeve that what he has in mind. So he's like saying, okay, I surrender, I'll give you the book and everything, and just like that, just call it bragging whites and stuff like that. So with that, he gets a hold of him, and he has this thing about walking into the light and waking up and stuff like that, and well, they took the journal, and that was it for that. So then 2 months later in Normandy, there's going to be something that's going to be taking place where he's like saying, you know, he's looking for something to put all at ease and to make you feel bad about the debt that, like it or not, is coming for all of us. And he said, if you really want to know what's waiting for you on the other side, you're going to have to stop relying on stuff and go find out for yourself. And that's to be continued next in London. So it looks like he's going from Paris to London, actually, which ends the story arc of The Smokeless Fire. So unlike the other Hellblazer comic books, this actually was an improvement. I will say that much, and I was going to give it a 3 out of 5 before reviewing this, you know, like before reading this actually, but I said, you know what, I'm going to give it a little boost up. I give between a 3.5 to 4 out of 5, at least close to a 4 when it's 3.5. A great comic book nonetheless. Last part of the Smokeless Fire. We'll see how the new story arc works out when that comes out. But I'd say pick it up if you've been reading all along, and if not, then you won't. But it's up to you guys. Alright, so next digitally from IDW is Ghostbusters 101 issue number 5. And here's some preview artwork, as well as for the cover for next month's Ghostbusters issue number 6, 101 issue number 6, and it's going to actually be the final part of that. And the artwork in the book was actually drawn really awesome as well. So this is chapter 5 called Anxiety and a Bronx Whale. So we're going to actually find out what more is going on in this comic. So starts off where you know, the mayor is saying that Walter Peck, the head of paranormal, is going to be giving us an update about what's going on. So with that, he's like saying that he told the Ghostbusters about that there was a matter of concern, but the Ghostbusters don't seem to think so and all that. I'm like, oh no, Walter Peck, do not ruin it. Because he was being so good, like, don't tell me he's going to turn over a new leaf again and be that same person we all hated. But he's like saying, after all that, the matter's not all well. Like, I demand you get one of the Ghostbusters down here to give an update of what's going on. So you have Jillian who comes down, which he's not really a fan of, because he doesn't know this whole dimension thing of what's going on. So with that, he's like saying, Janine like saying there's been some strange noises up in the Bronx to go check it out. And for that, then we have the Ghostbusters in training. Now, if you remember stories back issues, like when that guy, the new guy, I believe his name was, I can't remember, I think Peter's name was, wait, let me find out his name, because he actually was the one that went through the dimension, and, oh, Garrett Parker, okay, that went through that dimension, and he got that goo on him from that. So with that, they're going to do some, you know, investigation of more stuff for that with Egon, as well as the woman working with him from the Answer the Call Ghostbusters, because they're still working together, Dr. Abby. So after they're doing that whole thing of trying to find out how to find out more about the ghost information from the other dimension door, we have the Ghostbusters and the Answer the Call Ghostbusters, the two of them, Winston and Ray going with Jillian, and if I remember her name, what was her name? Because they like go up to the Bronx to find out more of the activity. Patty, that goes with them as well, and they do find the ghost. And let's just say that this ghost does not really play nice. I mean, as all the other ghosts that they've seen in the past, and they're just trying to find a way to attack that. So we have Ray and Egon that's talking about a like, as one on Ellis Island, there was a controlled explosion that happened there. Meanwhile, Abby is like feeling like really you know, about the paranormal and everything. Like, she feels that she hasn't been like doing that much of a good job at first. And you know, one's like saying, you know, like trying to cheer her up, like Dr. Erin cheers her up, just saying, you know, you have done what you've been doing, and that she's been doing a good job for that. So I don't know really much of the story about the Answer to the Call Ghostbusters, because I didn't really much see the movie, but I guess she's like that. Like, I didn't actually know that. And so yeah, so we go back to the story situation about where they're going after the ghosts, trying to find ways of how to put it in the containment unit to bring it back for further studies and whatnot, as they try to attack it. And there is some ways that they try to do a strategy where Jillian tries to lure the ghost into the containment unit, which was very smart of Jillian. I actually like that that strategy worked out. So with that, they take it back with them to the fire station. And Jillian was wondering what Kevin was doing there with, because he's not really as smart, as well as not smart as his own dog and everything, because the dog's smarter than him. So Ray's just like talking about that they need to disrupt the power of Manhattan of the ley lines, and they have a strategy of the dimensions thing of how they can fix it to the way it was before, where Ants and Cold Ghostbusters go back to their universe and the Ghostbusters stay on their original universe. So with that, they're just getting ready to go after the Dimension Ghost with the mood slime that they're going to be using. And with them just having enough, they just are getting ready for that. And that's to be concluded. Gosh, isn't this fun? Seriously, that's what it said in the end. Gosh, isn't this fun? So, I did leave out a bunch of other stuff because I want you guys to definitely read this book, because this book is coming to a huge conclusion for the next issue. And I'm looking forward to reading this. Can't wait to see how all this is going to unfold in Ghostbusters 101. But really like this comic. Ran gift for that. I'd say it deserves between a 4 to 4.5 out of 5. Like, great artwork and a really great story that's leading up to issue 6 that I'm looking forward to reading. And definitely something you guys should pick up if you're a Ghostbusters fan. And if not, then you won't. But like I said, up to you guys. Both these books are recommended if you want to read them. And I'll be all for that. So, with that, everybody, that is my dual comic review of the Hellblazer issue number 12, The Smokeless Fire Part 6, and Ghostbusters 101 issue number 5. Before I go, don't forget to check out sources of comicfrontline.com, zonefulpodcast.com, the YouTube game channel Frontline Gaming Zone. All of us, so you know more sources of comic and gaming news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Click that subscribe button so it'll be in your subscription box and you won't miss out on any videos that we upload daily. Comments are always welcome, physically and or digitally. If you have any questions or likes or dislikes or anything you want to say about these books, let me know in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you guys as soon as I can. To all your comic book readers out there, I'm Mike from Comic Friends saying take care, and as always, don't forget to keep watching. Later, everybody.